Hello there, and welcome to this wonderful summer series, fiery and creative flow that we're kind of in with one another. I'm loving it so far. I hope you are too. So, if you are ready, I'll meet you on your mat. And if you don't already know, hello, my name is Annette, and I'm genuinely so thrilled that you're here in this space and part of this online community. Take a second, grab whatever props and things that you need today to make this practice as accessible, fun and good for you as you would like it to be. So I always have a little eye pillow, some props, bolsters. You could have cushions, you could use books, you could get blankets, whatever you need today. Otherwise, when you're ready, I'll meet you just lying down on your back. This is always one of the best ways to start the class. Allow the whole body to let go completely, relaxing into the mat beneath you. Take a second to shuffle the shoulders away from the ears so you really feel like the back of the neck and the back of the shoulders are just completely melting into the earth beneath you. Maybe taking a second to flip the palms so you're connected to the ground beneath you now. And I'll just speak a blessing over us. Lord, as we are gathered together now, wherever we may be, may we feel welcomed. As we move together, may we feel connected. As we breathe together, may we feel centered. As we seek stillness in your holy presence, O God, may we feel your peace, O Prince of Peace. And in the presence of all things, both within ourselves and without, may we come together now and remember that you have made us stewards of this body, stewards of this earth beneath our hands. And you have made us neighbors with one another, friend and stranger alike. Taking a really big breath in through the nose. Nice and loud, let it go. 2 more exactly like that. Huge breath in. Nice and loud exhale. Last one, breathe in through the nose. Hold that breath. Pause here with yourself, maybe flipping the palms. And then nice and slowly exhale through the nose. Allow a gentle feeling of weightlessness to fall upon you now. Closing the eyes if you feel comfortable enough to do so. Taking this moment now just to ground and center. To remember that this movement now is not removed from your worship and your life with God, but it's a whole, integrated whole praise and worship to Him. It's really easy to compartmentalize everything. How we move, how we are in our workplaces, how we are with our friends. But all of it, God cares about it all. God is in it all. So maybe bring the hands to the belly space, starting to connect to that holy mystery. That sense that the breath we breathe now is His breath in our lungs. It's His Holy Spirit presence indwelling right now in the temple of our bodies. Settling into this holy communion occurring now between your spirit and God's spirit. Right here in every breath in and out. When you're nice and ready, as you breathe in, bring the knees in towards the chest, doing our first most important posture of the class. Give yourself a huge hug. Well done for being here. Exhale nice and loud. See if you can relax the jaw. Maybe draw the shoulders back down towards the mat a little bit more. Just beginning to notice where you're feeling the stretch in your body now. Maybe you're feeling the stretch in your lower back and the tops of the thighs. Take a second, maybe start to make sway motions side to side, or you can make knee circles. But just notice if you're accidentally squeezing your butt cheeks, if you're really tense in the lower body. Now that you're in this stretch, take a moment to try bring a sense of ease here, fighting against the rigidity that can come into our bodies, into our movement, even into our way of thinking. We're trying to loosen up here, release those creative juices, ignite that fiery sense of inner strength and discipline here. All these things starting from a place of ease and surrender. Maybe make those knee circles go in the opposite direction. And then very gently draw the knees a little bit further apart, hands resting on the shins. Find your gentle, happy baby variation here. You can again continue that big sway side to side, using the elbows as a break. Taking a moment here to remember, before all the other roles and identities of your life, mother, daughter, employee, employer, wife, partner, housemate, friend, sister. Before all these labels and things, you are always first and foremost, in the truest sense, your truest self, a child of God. ImagoDei, His image on this earth. So maybe making some ankle circles here, trying to loosen into the hips. We're doing some lovely balance work and a few deep lunges that are going to get into this area whilst creating strength in the lower body. Your thigh muscles are your strongest muscles. They support so much of your body, but starting at the foundation of yourself, maybe wiggle the toes, flex the feet, point the toes, bring a sense of awareness to the base of you here now. Feet take you from one place to the next, and the Bible says, blessed are the feet of those who bring good news. So taking a moment to saturate your spirit in His word, in His presence, connecting to your breath, to this moment now. Last few seconds, inhale. As you exhale, bring the feet down towards the mat. Hands rest on the belly. Inhale, hands shoot up above you, and you're going to bring that right hand underneath the left. So you're creating like eagle arms here with with the upper body. So this is one half of your eagle pose. If you've no idea what I'm talking about, no worries. Try crisscross at the elbows. If you can grab the thumb, amazing. Otherwise, just give yourself a big hug. Fingers reaching towards the shoulder blades. Whichever variation you're doing, this should still feel like a really nice stretch in the body. Just making sure I'm not squishing the mic. So take a second to feel the stretch across the shoulder blades. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, lift the feet off the mat. Starting to bring the right leg underneath the left. So if you can double bind here, amazing. Taking a second to settle. Feel that twist all in the body, breathe in. As you exhale, crunch up, elbow to knees. Inhale, come down. Exhale, crunch up. 2 more to go. Inhale. Exhale, crunch up. Last one, breathe in. Exhale, crunching up. Holding here for 3, 2, you've got this. 1, big breath in. Exhale, come all the way down. Beautiful. Release only the hands into a big T shape. Either side if you've got that space. And you're going to bring the knees all the way over to the left side. Getting a juicy twist here in the body. Allow yourself to settle, to soften. Notice where you're feeling the stretch. Maybe even gazing over to the right side if you've got the space. And very slowly come all the way back to center, using your core just a little bit. Unravel the legs. Allow yourself to recenter. And bring the hands to rest on the belly. Take a huge mindful breath in. Again, hold that breath. Nice and slowly exhale through the nose. Beautiful. Once again, hands reach high up above. And this time the left hand comes underneath the right. Eagle arms on this side. Let yourself enjoy the stretch, whether you're grabbing the thumb or the fingers are giving yourself a big hug, crossing at the elbows, fingertips trying to reach towards the shoulder blades. Inhale, lift the elbows high into the sky. Feel the stretch there. As you exhale, lift the feet off the mat. And this time, left leg goes over the right. That feels good. That feels like a little bit of a different stretch. Left leg goes over the right. Have a little play around, figure out the one that you haven't done. I think the left leg needs to go underneath the right, guys. Oh gosh, easy to forget. When you're ready, big breath in. Exhale, crunch upwards, elbow to knee. Inhale, come down. Exhale, crunch up. 2 more to go. Inhale, come down. Exhale, crunch up. Last one, breathe in. You've got this, feeling strong. Exhale, crunch up. Holding here for 3, 2. Last big breath in. You've got this. Exhale, release nice and slow. Keep the legs as they are. Release the hands. Find that cactus or T-shape in the arms. And nice and gently drop the knees all the way over to the right. Trying to find what feels good. Especially if you're double binding at the feet and the legs, this should feel like such a deep twist and stretch all in the lower back on the left side, and also in the top by the left hip flexor, by the top of the thigh. So take a second, catch your breath, try soften into this twist. So this little twist and pose here, this is called your twisted roots pose, which I love. I love the name of that. Turning the head to face the left side. See if you can unclench the butt cheeks. Soften the face. Breathing in for a count of 3. Slow exhale for a count of 6. Really keep that exhale going as long as you can. When you're nice and ready, come back to center, slowly unraveling the legs. Find a nice gentle windshield wiper side to side. Just noticing everything that's starting to get a little bit fiery, a bit warm here in the body. And finding a lovely, gentle rock and roll motion. You can keep this as gentle or as active as you would like it to be. Just feel like I've lost my mic for a second. Okay, there we go. And keep this as gentle or as active as you'd like it to be, massaging the spine as you go. Bring a bit of play and fun. You can reach the hands forwards, opening the knees out wide, getting a stretch into your adductor muscles. And as you rock back down, maybe bringing the knees in towards the chest, maybe even bringing the feet all the way up above, maybe even overhead. Again, stretching into the hamstrings. There's absolutely no right or wrong. Really take your time. Find what feels fun here. Igniting those creative juices. Feeling good. And when you're nice and ready, creating that sense of momentum, I'll meet you all the way over the knees in your tabletop position, walking back into the center of the mat. Inhale, dip the belly down. Exhale, round the spine. Finding your angry cat pose, chin tucks in towards the chest. And once more, inhale, dip the belly down. Really exaggerate the stretch and sensation here. You can even find a nice sway, side to side. Enjoying all the places that you're feeling and noticing a stretch. Really letting yourself stay present and in this moment now. just by bringing awareness to how you're moving, being really intentional and mindful of your breath, all of these ways that we're paying such close attention really helps to keep the mind focused in this moment now, rather than our thoughts chasing us worryingly into the future or trapped with regret in the past. Every time you can focus on your breath and where you're feeling the stretch in the body, it keeps you here, now, with God. Taking a second to lean the hips back towards the heels, walk the knees as wide as the mat, big toes come to touch. Find a little child's pose here. This is such a grounding, centering posture. It's so good for the soul. Take a moment to remember that God, in His omnipresence, can be in your future. He knows the plans that He has for you. They are for good. That God, in His omnipresence and power, can be in your past, redeeming and working all things together for your good, which really, truly leaves you free to be here, now, nowhere else. It is actually the only place in space or time that you and I can be with Him. So again, breathe in for a count of 3. Exhale for a count of 6. Allow the shoulders to soften. Allow the weight of the world to melt off your shoulders and your body now. Surrendering to His presence. And very gently coming back to that tabletop position. Tuck the toes underneath you. Inhale, hover the knees off the mat. Exhale, find your downward facing dog. So take a second. This is our first dog of the class. Bend one knee and then the other. Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Just getting that lovely stretch in the back of the legs. Try see if you can keep that juicy upside down V shape in the body. Trying to keep a long diagonal line from the tip of the head all the way to the tip of the sacrum. This place here by your bum. Take a second to breathe in. Exhale nice and slow. Start to feel all your muscles beginning to wake up and work really hard for you here. Your downward dog is a full strength body posture. Try keep holding this pose as long as you can. Even if you need to remind yourself of your affirmation, whatever thought that helps you to feel strong here and rooted in this moment, trusting in the sustaining grace of God to hold you up, to keep you going. Last big breath in. As you exhale, lift the right leg high into the sky. Pop a bend into that knee. Make nice big knee circles here, trying to get into the core. Notice if you're accidentally tilting over to the left. Come back to center. Inhale nice and big. As you exhale, shifting forwards into plank, bringing that knee in through towards the nose and bringing the foot down in between the hands. So you're staying in this lovely runner's lunge here, fingertips on the mat. Take a second to find a little bounce, a little sway side to side. You can even grab your blocks, framing that front foot, giving you a little bit extra stability and support here. Big breath in. As you exhale, see if you can bring the hips a bit closer to the ground. So not bringing the knee down, not changing anything. You can even come onto the top of the foot. Really trying to lean that hip a little bit closer to the mat. Strong stretch here, breathe in. Exhale nice and slow. Notice where you're tense in the shoulders, you've got this. Nice and slowly tuck the back toes underneath you once more. And feeling nice and rooted, you're going to rise all the way up into your crescent lunge. Hands shoot high up above. Inhale, right hand comes underneath the left. So you're finding your eagle arms, just like we did on the ground, but now in crescent lunge. Inhale, hands go up. Elbows go up, sorry. Exhale, bow down. Forward folding, still with your eagle arms, feeling that strong stretch in the shoulders. Hold for a second, breathe in. Exhale, release. Finding a nice, strong jump switch here. So the the back foot comes forwards, left foot comes forwards, and right foot goes back. Take a second to settle once more. You've got this. Maybe find a little bounce, a little sway side to side. Starting to feel that inner fire building, that heat in the body as your muscles are working really hard for you. Your breath is flowing. Try find calm, slow, even breath. Definitely easier said than done. And when you're ready, maybe coming onto the top of that back foot, finding a little bit more length here, dipping the hips a little bit lower to the mat. Again, try relax the shoulders. Maybe make some neck circles here. Try softening the face. This is such a deep stretch for the body. So meet yourself here with compassion. You're working hard. You've got this. Big breath in. Exhale, tuck the back toes underneath you, feeling stable. Rise up nice and strong into your crescent lunge. And this time, left hand comes underneath the right. Eagle arms, Gurudasana. Inhale, elbows shoot up high. Get that stretch in the back of the shoulders. Exhale, forward fold. Hold here for just one more breath. Breathe in. And exhale, release the hands, come down towards the mat. Find your plank. Bring the knees down towards the ground. And you can keep the blocks as they are or just move them forwards. We'll be using them in just a little bit. Finding that neutral tabletop. Keep the hands exactly as they are. Keep the knees exactly as they are. Start to lower the face all the way down towards the mat. And notice if your elbows splay out to the side. Can you bring them to face back behind you? Keeping them arms on the elbows, close against the body, lowering the face all the way down. Feel that shaking in the biceps. You got this. Slide the knees behind you, belly to the mat. You've got thumbs by armpits. Inhale, baby cobra. Starting to work through your back core. Hover the hands off the mat. Maybe hovering the feet as well. Lifting the thighs. Inhale. Cactus the arms, lift the hands higher, lift the chest higher. You're here for 3, 2, 1. Come all the way down. Forehead connects to the mat for a moment. Big breath in. Exhale, come to find your child's pose. Knees as wide as the mat or as wide as it feels comfortable for you. Take this moment now to recenter, to come back home to your breath, to your body, to this moment now. Letting yourself breathe as deeply and as loudly as you need to. Relaxing the neck, relaxing the shoulders. Last few seconds. And finding your way back into your downward facing dog. Beautiful. This time, inhale, left leg goes high. Pop a bend into the knee. Make nice big knee circles here. Amazing. Keep going. Make sure you're not leaning over to the right. Start using your core to help you stay strong and centered. Beautiful. Big breath in. As you exhale, knee comes in towards the nose, foot comes in between the hands as much as you possibly can. Inhale, find that crescent lunge, Ashta Chandrasana. Hands go high, challenge your balance, look up. And nice and slowly bringing that left hand underneath the right. Eagle arms once more. This time you're going to lean forwards, bringing all the weight into... Going to check the mic. There we go. Bringing all the weight into that front left foot. So this back one is feeling really light. You're going to start to find a little hop. Again, finding that hop of faith. Finding your warrior 3 eagle arms here. Beautiful, strong work. Squeeze your abs. Feel that left leg shaking. Try bring the elbow towards that left knee. Again, if you can't do your eagle arms, just grab the shoulders, give yourself a big hug, crossing at the elbows. And when you can fold forward no more, release the eagle, hands come down to the mat, framing that front foot so you find your standing split. Breathe in. Lift that right leg as high as you can. As you exhale, crunch in, knee comes towards the nose. Keep the left leg straight. Feel that rounding in the spine. Inhale, right leg goes all the way back up, standing split. Exhale, crunch in. Last one. Inhale, straighten that right leg, standing split. And exhale, crunch inwards. Bringing the right foot down, finding your chair pose, bend into the knees. Hands come up by the ears. Strong Utkatasana, your chair pose here. Should start to feel the strong work in the glutes, in those quad muscles. Can you sit a little bit lower? Beautiful. Nice, strong work. You've got this. Starting to bring the weight into that right foot. Going to find your eagle legs. Left foot goes all the way around to the right. Nice. Finding your eagle chair. Beautiful, strong work. You've got this. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Maybe sitting a little bit lower. And very slowly unravel. Don't bring that left foot down. Go all the way back into your crescent lunge. So you've got the right foot forwards in front now. Nice. Keep bending, catch your breath, gaze up, challenge your balance. And then bring the right hand underneath the left. Eagle arms. Starting to lean forwards. Now you're bending into that right knee. You're finding that little hop of faith, taking that leap, finding that eagle arm warrior 3, and then bringing those elbows towards that standing knee. Beautiful, keep going. You've got this. Everything's shaking, everything's working hard. If you're sweating, I'm sweating already. And when you can fold forward no more, release the hands. Walk them to frame that front foot. Find your standing split, lifting that left leg as high as you can. Inhale. Exhale, crunching inwards. Trying to keep that right leg straight, so you're stretching into the hamstrings, you're rounding in the shoulder blades. Inhale, standing split. Exhale, straighten the leg. Crunch inwards. One more to go. We've got this, friends. Inhale, straighten the leg. Left leg goes high, standing split. Exhale, crunch inwards. Beautiful. Bring the left foot down. Find your chair pose, Utkatasana. Whew. Take a big breath. You've got this. Catch your breath. Breathe in. Sit a little bit lower. Nice. Last breath in. As you exhale, start to bring the weight into the left leg. Find eagle arms. Find eagle legs. Right leg coming to wrap over the left. Beautiful. Maybe you're double binding. Sitting a little bit lower. Beautiful, big breath in. Exhale, release that right leg all the way back behind you. Find your crescent lunge. Gaze up. Exhale, forward folds. Framing the front foot with the hands. Front foot goes all the way back. You're in plank. Feel really connected here and stable. All 4 points connected to the ground. Feeling nice and strong. Breathe in. Exhale, knees come down. Big breath in. Keeping the hands and knees as they are in your neutral tabletop. Exhale, start to lower the face towards the mat. Holding here, having that check-in. Notice if the elbows are out to the side. Keep them facing behind you. And slide the knees behind you, belly comes to the mat. That feels so good. Thumbs by the armpits, breathe in. Exhale nice and loud. Relax the shoulders. Notice your heart beating. Notice the sweat. Inhale, maybe lifting the chest off the mat. Find your baby cobra. Maybe even hovering the hands. Hovering the feet as well. Maybe even the thighs. Lifting even higher. Holding for 3, 2, 1. Slowly coming all the way down. connecting the forehead to the mat. Maybe making a pillow for your forehead with the hands. And allow yourself this little loving moment here with yourself. You can even bring your little eye pillow to be the rest for your forehead, if that feels more comfortable. And taking a few cleansing breaths together. Inhale in through the nose. Exhale nice and loud. Again, breathe in. Exhale nice and loud. Last one, inhale. Exhale nice and loud. Beautiful. Coming up onto the elbows, finding your Sphinx pose. So bring the elbows underneath the shoulders, forearms on the mat. Take a second to feel that stretch in the back. This is a little mini back bend. Maybe you're going to lift the chin all the way up. Maybe you're going to start to make some lovely big circles here with the neck. Taking a second as we lie here in this little posture to reflect on all our eagle twisting, binding, and bending. You know, in Isaiah it says that those that wait upon the Lord, they shall renew their strength. They will run and not get weary, and they will soar on wings like eagles, feeling that sense of weightless flight and ability and strength, not just in the body, but in the mind, when it comes to all the creative endeavors you have, all the projects you're excited about. Knowing that simply by resting and waiting on the Lord, you are actually creating a sense of inner strength, giving you the ability to fly, to take leaps of faith, to find new creative ways to move and do things, not just on your mat, but in your life as well. Maybe bringing the chin in towards the chest here in your Sphinx pose, last few seconds. And as you exhale, come to lie all the way down on the belly once more. This time completely resting the forehead onto the hands. And as we breathe here, just noticing the belly pressing up against the hands. Notice the belly pressing up against the earth. Feel that wonderful support here. There's a wonderful line in the Psalms that I always come back to. And it says that the Lord is the firm bedrock beneath our feet. Even now as you lie here on your belly, God is the firm bedrock beneath you now, holding you up, carrying your weight, supporting you. Starting to breathe in and out through the nose only. Allow the back to soften. And every time you inhale, really feel your belly pressing against the earth. Maybe even feeling the breath reach into the back of the lungs, into the back body space. And exhaling with force through the nose. So this is your crocodile pose, and this is your crocodile breath. It's so good for those moments of frustration, or those moments when we're maybe feeling particularly angry, or you're at the end of a really hard week or long day. So rather than taking out your frustrations onto the people that you love the most, you can just take a minute to come Lie on your bed, lie on the couch, lie on your mat, and find your breath. Allow yourself to recenter, to calm your nervous system, to simply meet yourself here in these moments with compassion. Because even in a life of creative endeavor, working with different people, doing different things, you come up against just the normal frustrations of being a human. And that's okay. That's the ebb and flow of life. Notice how much calmer your heartbeat is now in these moments. Try see if you can soften the muscles in the face. Jiggle that jaw side to side. And you can stay here for as long as it serves you, beautiful friend. Simply waiting on the Lord, renewing your strength, letting go of any frustration that is no longer serving you. I will leave you here until next time. Go in peace and be so, so well.